Hello and welcome to Good Game Spawn Point, the show for younger gamers by gamers.
And robots.
I'm Barjo.
And I'm Hex.
And I am Darren.
Coming up on the show, we're going to be taking a look at some of the best and the worst free-to-play MMOs.
Plus, there are some critters getting stuck on cubes in the downloadable game ilomilo.
And we'll be taking on more of your questions at the Ask Good Game desk.
Like this email I just received.
Ooh, which email, Darren?
Oh, I'll just go collect it. Da-da-da. Off to my Darren cave. Off to my secret noob-free zone. Now, entering 3 million digit encryption key. Entering secondary password. Open the door, get on the floor. Disabling noob laser grid. Disabling mines. Okay, up to my
Darren,
terminal.
this is taking forever.
Do-do. Potential extermination required over Pokemon.
I think we should just get on with it, Hex.
Darren, are you coming out?
Oh, just carry on, Hex. I have some extremely serious matters to attend to that must take priority over everything.
Yeah, like how we're going to hack into his Darren cave.
Barjo, my first impression of ilomilo was, OMG, it's like a mini Little Big Planet. It's got that same warm, fuzzy feeling and that quirky but kind of cool music, and it just looks beautiful. Your task is to reunite the friends.
Which seems like a relatively simple task, but it's not.
You can switch between the red Ilo and the blue Milo as you try and bring the two together by using and swapping blocks and collecting items along the way. As you move on through the levels, you're introduced to new blocks, some that help, expanding blocks, bounce buttons, levers, gateways, and some that don't.
There are a variety of things to collect. Little safgas, pictures, records, and letter fragments, and these hint at a deeper story of love and loss. And there's some pretty deep and meaningful interpretations of the story out there for anyone who's interested.
Well, I was, and it did add a layer of emotion to the game. It kind of reminded me of Braid a little bit. Had that mixture of challenging gameplay and whimsy.
The challenge comes in collecting all the goodies, and here's where the game gets really clever. Reuniting Ilo and Milo is relatively easy, but doing it in the fewest steps possible while collecting all the goodies is quite a brain strain, and you're going to need to repeat levels to get the top score, which is actually the lowest score because it's the number of steps, so you're going to get the lowest number of steps.
We get it.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't fall or die, there's no time limit, the controls are very simple, and there's very little reading. You really are just playing against your own brain and the brains of your friends, and I liked this. The game's not going to just suddenly throw any surprises at you. You can set your own pace and take all year on one level if you like, and if you get really stuck, there's a hint available for no penalty that I could see.
If you're online, it'll show you how well your friends are doing, as well as the wider gaming community.
There's multiplayer where you take it in turns to move Ilo or Milo. When it's not your turn, you get to fly about as a tiny cube version of yourself, and there's some additional strange egg things to collect, which you only get in multiplayer. We had some interesting conversations.
Arguments.
But honestly, I preferred controlling both characters myself. It was frustrating waiting for you, Barjo. Oh, this way, Barjo, I'm just over here.
Patience, Hex. There might be a shorter way.
Oh, just give me control.
Nag, nag, nag.
Come on, Barjo, just get a move on.
Every step counts, Hex. Every step.
All in all, this is a clever game. It's challenging for gamers of all ages, and I think if you're having trouble convincing grown-ups that games can make your brain grow and don't always involve shooting things, then maybe show them this. I really felt something for Ilo and Milo, and I had a really good time, so I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I quite enjoyed it. I do like my gaming experience to be a bit more intense, and some of the text loading screens were a bit try-hard. I get what they were trying to do though, Hex, and I think they did it very well. So it's a 7.5 out of 10 from me.
Darren, are you done yet?
A Raikou and an Entei. That's pretty good. Let's see. Cross-referencing Pokédex.
Let's just go answer some questions.
Upgrading Psyduck. Do-do-do. Pika-pee. Kachupi. Pika-pichu.
See this guy? See this guy? Darren's replacement. You know, in case he has an accident or something.
Does it make sandwiches?
He makes awesome sandwiches. But let's get straight into it, Hex, and let's start with this one from Disha in Perth, Western Australia.
Hey guys, I was just wondering what SimCity is. I have heard of it, but I've never quite understood it. Could you please help me out? Thank you. Well, Disha, SimCity is pretty much exactly what the name says. It's a game about being both god and mayor of your own virtual simulated city. So you have to worry about having places for people to live and work and make sure that everything has water and power, all while balancing your budget. It can be very tricky managing your city's growth.
It's pretty old now. The first game was released way back in 1989, and you can play that for free now on the web. Our personal favourite game in the series is SimCity 3000. It was just a perfect city builder. All right, moving on to this one from Levi in Ballycura, New South Wales.
Hi, my name is Levi. You reviewed a game over the holidays. I think it was around the 19th or the 20th of January 2011. The game had a motorbike doing heaps of cool tricks like jumping over a shark pool. Can you please tell me the name of the game? Thanks, Levi. P.S. Your show is awesome. Have a good game day. Oh, well, thanks, Levi. You have a good game day yourself.
We should make that a national holiday. Good game day.
Awesome.
Only play good games.
You just play awesome games all
yeah,
day.
Unless you're a mad, in which case you have to go to work and make money and give us the money so we can play games.
All right, well, I'm pretty sure that the game you're talking about is Joe Danger. It's for the PlayStation Network only, so you're going to need a PS3 to play it. It's a great little game though, so we highly recommend it.
Just calling the Prime Minister.
Oh,
Yeah. So she can organise it.
really?
Engaged. If you don't have a PS3 though, and you're hankering for some motorbike shenanigans, we also highly recommend Trials HD, which you can get on Xbox Live Arcade, but you can also get it for PC, and it's called Trials 2. And there's even a free Flash version you can try out on Miniclip. It can get really hard though, so be ready for a challenge. Alright, let's go to this one from Josh in Logan City, Queensland.
I've always been trying to talk or mail you guys and would never watch your program again if you don't answer. 1. Is there any karate games available for the Xbox 360 or Kinect? Hey Josh, sorry to hear you've been trying so hard to get in contact with us, and we're sorry to all of you spawnlings whose questions we haven't had time to answer.
I blame Darren personally, but we do read them all and we love getting them, so we want more. But to answer your question, Josh, there isn't any karate game for the Kinect so far. There is Fighters Uncaged, but that's rubbish.
Would be a good idea for the Kinect though, wouldn't it? A karate game.
Yeah, it'd be right.
Karate!
Oh, what are you doing? Not the technology! Be careful of the technology!
I don't know my own strength sometimes. Okay, how about we go on with this one from Nova in Adelaide, South Australia. What do you...
Hey, good game. Do you know of any DJ virtual reality games on the Xbox 360? Repeat, not on Xbox 360 Kinect. P.S. Darren should charge his laser on himself. He is a noob. Lol. Anyways, you both are the best gamers. Nova out.
Well, thanks, Nova. We're not really sure what you mean by virtual reality, or VR as it's often called. See, VR typically involves the use of a custom helmet display and gloves that you have to wear to fully immerse yourself into the virtual world, and there's just no such device for the 360.
But if by virtual reality you just mean a video game, then yes, there are a couple of DJ games for 360, and your options are either DJ Hero or DJ Hero 2. You just need to buy this DJ deck to play them, but they're a really fun game.
All right, well, I think we've got time for one more from Bob the Builder in Mackay, Queensland. Bob the Builder.
What are some good MMORPG games that don't cost subscription? Question marks. Please answer. I'm desperate. I might even become a noob. What a coincidence, Bob. Haven't you been playing like 3,000 of these MMOs?
Well, it's more like 3, actually, but we'll tell you about them later on in the show.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's get back to the Den of Gaming and see if Darren has finished with his emailing. I'm going to send him one. Darren, we're coming back to the Den of Gaming now. Stop mucking about!
Oh!
Stop mucking about!
Take a picture of us.
I've already sent it.
No, send another one. Take a picture of us. Ready? Here you go.
That's beautiful.
Oh, we look great.
That's gone on the internet.
Stop breaking things.
La la la. Empty trash. Those noobs will never troll me again. Oh, I've got new mail and... Oh, it's a noob. Delete. Oh, hang on. What's this? Dear Darren, I need your help. I play a lot of Pokemon and I've now caught 96 of them in Pokemon Heart Gold. Does having caught 96 Pokemon mean I'm not a noob anymore? I don't want to be lasered. Tim, New South Wales.
Darren, you've been in there for ages and I need help with this achievement on Dance Central.
You'll just have to body pop on your own, Barjo. I'm very busy with a potential noob rescue here. Now, let me see. 96 Pokemon. Well, it's borderline. No need for me to charge my laser, but I suspect there are others who've done a lot better than you, Tim. I need to analyze the Pokemon skills of the entire Spawnling database.
Darren!
Actually, Barjo, you can help me now. We need to get the Spawnlings to send in a photo showing how many Pokemon they've captured. All they have to do is hold up their DS or Game Boy to a camera, take a photo of the screen showing their score, and send it in to us.
Well, that's easy, Darren. They can go to the Spawn Point website and see all the instructions there, and then you can collect the results and analyze them in your giant robot toilet cubicle thing.
It's not a toilet bar, Joe. All right, Spawnlings, get cracking. I want to judge your Pokemon skills. I'd like to think that there are no more noobs watching this show, but getting you to send in your Pokemon scores is the only way I can be certain.
All right, well, now that's all sorted, can we please go play Dance Central?
Oh, all right.
Do you want to play Hex?
Oh, no thanks, I've just got my summer.
Grats. Feel that beat.
Yes, right down to my robo feet.
It's a total treat.
Guys,
On the street.
guys! Can you keep it down a bit? I'm trying to play Club Penguin. Massively multiplayer online games don't always have to be expensive, subscription-based grinds like World of Warcraft. In fact, using only the power of your web browser, MMOs can be a cool place to just hang out with your friends, crack a few puzzles, or create your own virtual cubby house. I thought it was time to check out a few of the coolest. While the MMOs we're taking a look at all offer members-only stuff which you have to pay for, I was more interested in finding out just how much gameplay you can get by just playing with the free stuff. First up, Moshi Monsters.
Beautiful!
You start out by adopting one of these funny little monsters like a Zoma or a Poppet before you even have to go through the bother of registering. You can explore by clicking around the very colourful map full of shops, gardens, a big volcano and one or two fun little mysteries. While a few of the mysteries tend to end in a prompt to upgrade to a paid subscription, such as the lure to become one of the super moshis, it's still fun mucking around with what's on offer. There's a lot to keep you addicted, such as leveling up your little monster and maintaining its mood, happiness and health. If your monster is hungry, you can stuff its face with tasty treats like chocolate-coated broccoli, slop corn and mice crispies. Plus, there are some nifty outfits too. The good news is that you can do a lot of customization for free, although the items that you can buy are restricted by your monster's level. There are some pretty good puzzles in the Puzzle Palace, although many of them seem to rely on observation tests like how many lines are there or how many eyes are there. However, the Moshi Fun Park is where the real gaming action is. Here you'll find a whole heap of awesome flash games. Moshi Monsters definitely has a goopy, gloppy monster appeal. Now, if you've never heard of Club Penguin before, then you've probably been hiding under an Antarctic rock somewhere because this browser-based MMO has been going strong for years now and even has a spin-off DS game. Does it still cut it? Well, the first thing I noticed about Club Penguin is that it's jam-packed with players. After creating my red penguin spawnling, I ventured out into the icy streets to find they were swamped with hundreds of other penguins. This place is still hugely popular. On one hand, there's tons of other kids to buddy up with, but it also made it really hard to see what I was doing. Like Moshi Monsters, Club Penguin has all sorts of little secrets tucked away in each screen, which means some cool stuff happens if you're adventurous with your mouse clicking. The mini-games here include things like minecart surfing, snow sledding and pizza making, and they've all been built into the game world, so you play them as you discover them. Club Penguin isn't as generous with its free content compared to Moshi Monsters though. You can't decorate your igloo or dress up your penguin without becoming a paid member, and some of the most interesting parts of the mini-games are locked too. Communicating with other players is instant and easy though. There's all sorts of preset emoticons and animations, and of course, snowballs. Take that, random person. Club Penguin kept me busy for a few hours, but it seemed that there isn't quite the longevity of free play here compared to Moshi Monsters. Club Penguin might have done it first, but I think Moshi Monsters now does it better. Now, the final game to enter the fray with these other more established MMOs is Mini Monos, a relatively new kids MMO created by some clever peeps over in New Zealand. In the world of Mini Monos, you are a monkey, the sort of monkey who wears funky clothes, has a punky haircut, and cares about cleaning up the environment. It's not that obvious at first what you can and can't do in Minimonos. It's a case of clicking your mouse around the edges of the screen to see where your monkey can walk to and clicking on objects and signposts to see what things are interactive. Your monkey can sometimes get you stuck on things, so a few more arrows or indicator would be good here and there to help you navigate what there is to do. I did a lot of clicking, but not a whole lot responds to your prodding. You do get your own tree house on the island, but Minimonos requires you to pay for gold membership before you can perform any kind of interior decorating, so you'll have to be content with just exploring the island, which at least is home to a few interesting characters and locations. The map of the island, which looks suspiciously like a big monkey head, is a huge help for quickly travelling from site to site, but it is a little difficult to read, all being in one colour. There are a few little mini games to uncover, from a recycling sorting game to a garbage matcher that plays like Bejeweled, and a simple game where you float through the air collecting puffs of wind power. There's even a game that involves throwing monkey poo at a spinning target, although you have to wait for another player to join in before it'll start. Most of the mini-games were pretty cool, but one or two, like Tic-Tac-Poo, lack replay value. Play them once and there's not a lot of incentive to play them again. Hopefully more mini-games will be coming to Minimonos because there's not quite enough here yet, and the world in general feels a little lifeless compared to the buzz of Moshi Monsters or sheer population of Club Penguin. It is a new MMO that's just only out of beta, so there's a little ideas tab at the top of every screen that you can send in suggestions for how they can make Minimonos a better place. Nice. Overall though, I think Moshi Monsters is the winner for this round of free-to-play fun. There are heaps of other MMOs out there like Free Realms and RuneScape, which we've had on the show before, but right now I have to go play some Dance Central. Right guys, let me show you how it's done.
Join in. Come on, Darren. Do the robot.
I am doing the robot. Can't you tell?
No.
Freestyle, freestyle!
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's all for this week, gamers, but make sure to tune in same time next week as we get ready to splodge loads of paint around into Blob 2.
did you know that the character of De Blob is actually based on a creation by university students from the city of Utrecht in the Netherlands, on the other side of the world?
Actually, Darren, I did know that. But did you know that De Blob is now the city's mascot?
Well, did you know that the circumference of the Earth is 40,075.16 kilometres, measured at the equator?
But actually, Darren, if you measure the Earth through the poles, then the circumference is actually shorter. It's 40,008.
Affirmative, Hex. This equatorial bulge is caused by the centripetal force of the Earth's rotation. But I'm confused, Barjo. I've never seen you spinning, so why do you have an equatorial bulge?
Oh,